Salve, salve, galerinha! Estamos aqui no jogo entre Royal Never Give Up e Mad Lions. Pra Royal vale primeiro lugar no grupo garantidamente, independente do que acontecer. Se a Royal ganhar esse jogo é primeiro lugar e acabou. O que significa que eles vão escolher o adversário deles entre o terceiro e o quarto. E a Mad Lions garante o lugar deles nos playoffs se ganhar. Então assim, basicamente o resto dos jogos do dia passa a valer quase nada se a Mad Lions ganhar esse jogo hoje. O único jogo que vale alguma coisa é o jogo da Dawn contra a Pentanet, que aí faria a Dawn passar a RNG e ficar em primeiro. Mas fora isso, os outros jogos seriam jogos de enfeite, tá? Porque terceiro e quarto não tem nenhuma vantagem. Terceiro e quarto você só garante a vaga. Correção, segundo, terceiro e quarto você não tem nenhuma grande vantagem. Você só garante a sua vaga e é isso. O primeiro lugar é o único que tem uma vantagem, que é de escolher o adversário. E particularmente no momento atual, a Royal perdeu uma vez para a PSG e suou para ganhar na segunda. Então a Royal potencialmente deve escolher não enfrentar a PSG se ela puder.
This actually is something we have not seen let through all that much. It's the second most banned champion at MSI, and we're getting Gala's Varus.
Okay, Varus is again, we haven't seen much of it, and it's been, okay, I think when we have seen it, but it has been banned a lot for a reason. Typically, this is not a champion you let through. It's just so
Eles vão pegar double AD, é isso mesmo?
Alongside Udyr, we're Renekton and Lee Sin for the Mad side, with Zoe, Thresh, and Senna on the other side for RNG. So it is going to be Varus let through there. Mad Lions, certainly with a plan in this situation, would have predicted this to be the first pick, and Lucian going to be the first one out of here for Mad Lions, likely for Humanoid. I'm guessing Armut can play it, but I don't think he's played it, certainly this tournament. I don't know if he's even played it this year, but there is some potential flexibility. Yes, even Kazi could play it, but it has been a mid lane champion for the most part this tournament, and Rumble actually going to be selected for Elyoya. So despite not looking as good on Rumble as other champions,
o Elyoya não pareceu muito feliz com esse pick de Rumble. Ele meio que ele fez uma expressão de quem tava meio, puta, vou ter que pegar essa merda mesmo, né?
Could potentially play it. Karzi, I don't think he'd play that in Illusion. That does not sound
yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all.
That does not sound like a good time. And now for the side of RNG, they're continuing to round out their composition. I like so far, especially if they decide to lock in this Gnar as well. They have a lot of range to play with.
Por enquanto esse Lucian ainda pode ser flexionado pro top. E isso é bem interessante. E a Mad Lions é head side, então eles podem manter esse flex até o fim do jogo. Eles podem alocar um ADC agora ou um suporte e deixar esse flex pick se estender, que seria uma decisão bem inteligente. É isso aí. Vamos lá. Eu agora focaria mais Banjo no Ming. Ele é o cara que é o ponto de força da RNG. E vamos focar uma outra coisa aqui, guys, que eu tava falando, eu me cortei no meio para falar do draft. Outra coisa, a Mad Lions, se ela perde esse jogo, ela pode ter até 3 jogos ainda hoje. Porque aí se ela perde esse jogo, ela vai ter mais um jogo com a C9 depois. E se a C9 ganhar da PSG e da Mad Lions, vai ter um jogo de desempate entre Mad e C9 para dizer quem vai para a fase de grupos e quem não vai, tá? A Royal ter perdido jogos antes dificultou muito a vida da Mad Lions nesse jogo aqui, tá?
ADs typically when they have Rumble or Morgana. Obviously, for this case, it's going to be Humanoid Solution, which is great. Leona also get through as a result here for Kaiser, so I'm not really sure what Ming wants to play. We did see Braum last game, could be something he busts out here.
Yeah, and they can definitely play the range game against what Mad have drafted so far if they wanted to go down that route. I'm with you though. I'm more interested in what does Cryan pick into the Lucian. Syndra's open and sure it is.
Cara, por enquanto, eu vou ser muito sincero que eu acho que o Lucian fica no mid e você pega um Sylas no top agora.
Okay, so Victor here.
Sylas parece maravilhoso aqui. Eu não tô nem zoando. Olha a quantidade de ultimates maravilhosas que ele tem pra roubar, cara. É, não, Sylas é perfeito. É perfeito, 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 perfeito. É o campeão perfeito pra top lane nesse jogo. Não! Eu respeito o pick do Kong, mas eu achei uma merda. O Sylas era bem melhor. Primeiro que o Sylas obriga todo mundo a fazer um corta-cura. Então você vai obrigar todo mundo a investir em um item adicional. Segundo que o Sylas tem um monte de ultimates e ele faz a frontline mais monstruosa do universo quando ele pega o ult do Alistar. Fora que você tem 4 ults maravilhosas e uma condicionalmente útil pra roubar.
I think every lane actually could potentially swing one way. It's certainly Mad Lions on the more aggressive end of the early.
A Mad Lions tem mais DPS, mas tem menos poke damage. Tá. Vulgo significando que a Mad Lions tem que puxar o gatilho de cara. Eles têm que puxar o gatilho e entrar de uma vez só. Se eles ficarem se cozinhando de frente a frente, a luta é muito favorável a Royal com essa composição. Porque você tem poke do Varus, você tem poke do Victor, você tem disengage, você tem ferramentas para lutar melhor, sabe? Então se você ficar se encarando frente a frente, você tem 2 carries de curto alcance no Lucian e na Kai'Sa. Sabe, você tem realmente 2 carries de curto alcance no Lucian e na Kai'Sa. E por mais que o ult do Rumble tenha longo alcance, overall a Morgana tem mais alcance que ele. Você tem o Q, você tem o W, você tem coisas que você pode jogar de longe. Então a RNG tem uma composição mais fácil, por assim dizer, de jogar. Porque efetivamente a impressão que eu tenho é que a Royal não precisa fazer nada. Ela só precisa jogar estável, eles não precisam puxar o gatilho. Enquanto a Mad Lions, a Mad Lions depende de iniciativa. Ela tem ferramentas para tomar essa iniciativa. Tem uma ult da Leona, tem o engage da Leona, tem o follow-up da Kai'Sa, tem a ult do Rumble. Eles têm ferramentas para tomar essa iniciativa. Quê? Finding the flash Q there, so Humanoid's gonna cut him off with a pump, and that's first blood given to the Lucian. That's what you want to see. Mad Lions starting off nice.
Yeah, Mad Lions.
Que porra foi essa, Cryan?
Just trying to get a ward right, not trying to do anything overly ambitious, but the members of Mad Lions are there to punish. And we talked about, hey,
meu amigo, a mid lane acabou. Isso muda tudo. Isso muda tudo. Isso muda tudo. Isso muda tudo.
Yeah, love to see it there, and that honestly is just excellent homework by Mad Lions, right?
Só que o Humanoid vai ter que puxar, eu quero ver ele puxar aí no nível 3 da BTP.
Yes, a lot of teams like to do that, but very nice to see Mad getting creative from level 1.
É o que eu espero, um BTP do Lucian no nível 3 ou 4 no máximo.
You know, tragic or dire if they don't have the best early game, but you certainly want this comp to get ahead early and stay ahead.
And the thing is, right, now they have not only a lane that they can more easily get prio through because now Cryan has to respect, but now they can start punishing that flash.
Oh, Varus is filthy because he just eats damage. You can't really trade back. It's the short range Kai'Sa versus the slightly longer range than usual Varus, but add on the poke on top of that, and of course it's going to get much worse. So Kai'Sa and Kazi are going to get zoned off this wave. Kaiser already committed his flash and his ignite 2 for the level 1 play.
E Varus contra Kai'Sa é um ótimo matchup pro Varus por conta da vantagem imensa de range que ele vai ter, desde as skills até o auto-ataque dele, né? Então a Kai'Sa fica relegada a farmar recuada, porque caso ela venha trocar dano, o Varus dá dano antes da Kai'Sa poder dar dano nele.
One area where Mad can try to punish that is if, you know, Humanoid does start abusing a Fog of War, maybe hovering towards bot side, not allowing for
isso também é muita culpa da RNG não ter tentado aquele clássico invade, tá? Tudo indica que o Humanoid vai tentar hard shove aqui, mas ele não pode ficar nessa torre agora. Ele vai recuar, vai gastar o ouro, e agora sim a gente vai ver a mid lane virar a pressão completamente pro Humanoid, porque agora ele deve voltar com o item capitalizado. Nossa, e pra piorar ele ainda pega um item de farm pra ganhar mais ouro e MR pra garantir que as trocas sejam mais favoráveis a ele. Você pode pensar, pô, mas por que ele não pegou uma coisa mais agressiva? Cara, a defesa nessa ocasião aqui é muito agressiva, porque o Victor ele ainda não tem dano. Então qualquer dano que o Humanoid conseguir reduzir desse Victor já estraga a troca pro Victor.
Lucian's running into Victors and having a bad time, even though Lucian is such a good laning champion. Can't run straight at Victor without eating punishment in a lot of cases, especially given that Victor typically outranges most of his lane opponents. But Humanoid again, not backing down, which you like to see. Mad do have to put their foot down a little bit here as far as keeping things aggressive early, but RNG so far seem pretty happy just to farm it up. In fact, Jahu is doing really nicely up against Armlet in the 1v1, although there is a pretty big wave for Armlet to catch, so he will likely catch up as he collects those CS under the tower. But pressure feeling good for RNG in 2 lanes, and Krine's holding on. That's all you really want. As Wei zooming in, they're going to have to be flashed out of there. And now the puddle straight down. He finds the binding Krine. He's got a sitter, and there it is for Wei. As now Aloya comes over the top, but Ming is here. Still the trade happens. Wei low, but not dead. As Mad Lions do get the trade.
Yeah, 1-for-1 overall. RNG doing
e novamente quem se ferra na troca é o Krine. Se o Krine sai vivo disso,
once again, nice roam from Kaiser, Elyoya there to answer as well.
Era tranquilo pra RNG.
For the side of Mad Lions, who are now 1 kill up.
Mas com essa movimentação tanto do Elyoya quanto do Kaiser, acabou punindo a movimentação dele e ficou bem mais tranquilo.
It has been his go-to in a lot of matchups. He's been going back to the Sailblade Snar, which of course combos with your Hyper and getting the 3-hit passive off. As Ming, though, getting low.
It's okay, Ming actually in more trouble, as you noted. But Gala firing back there with those Qs, so despite the aggression here, Gala actually down a couple CS, but we'll even that out as both ADs just fine here as far as the farm battle goes. But it is a pretty protracted 2v2 here. As I watch this replay, really nicely done here for Wei. Humanoid dashing in, trying to make it happen.
And once again, just really good gravity field placement, right? Forcing the flash out. He's going to get taken down, but Elyoya is here.
Ooh, hello! Down we go, Mad Lions.
Oh shit, o Lucian tem ult ainda.
Humanoid looking in there, grabs himself a kill, and now Gala in trouble.
And Pastry, this is what we talked about.
E é a pressão do Lucian. Pressionou e saiu da rota. Agora sim. E novamente, a Mad Lions parece ter compreendido que o caminho deles para jogar contra a Royal, assim como todas as outras equipes que fizeram, que ganharam contra a Royal, é neutralizar a bot lane.
Like a Dragon or a Rift Herald, which is going to be up in about a minute and a half. Yeah, no Dragons taken just yet, but from Noah Game Design, hashtag Madman, RNG may be good, but this is EU. You can win this game with the spirit of G2. RNG fans will remember that not so fondly as it turns out, but certainly, again, a very winnable game for Mad Lions. And looking good right now. As long as it's not the spirit of, you know, the G2 and 8 year, I feel like Mad Lions are in a, you know, pretty good place with that. All right, let's watch this dive again. Elyoya in there alongside Humanoid coming up the rear. Yeah, gets knocked away, but the big problem, right, is that Humanoid is here, dashes in, has enough damage. He's the member that does have the gold lead on the side of Mad Lions. Gala not able to do anything in response, and just a play that Mad Lions are able to secure with the prio that they've
pretty consistently had in mid throughout this game.
Eu imagino que agora o Crying vai resetar, vai voltar com o capítulo perdido. Ele vai ter como voltar mais pro jogo, jogar mais suave. Vai dar uma estabilizada nessa lane. Não, ele não voltou o capítulo perdido. Ele preferiu fazer a bota de cooldown. Acho interessante também, porque essa velocidade de movimento vai ser muito importante contra o Lucian para conseguir se reposicionar e aguentar certas trocas. E um dive muito bem executado, que nem chegou a ser um... foi um dive porque o Armut tomou dano da torre. Meu amigo, ótima vantagem de early game é quando a Mad Lions tem que criar jogadas. E é isso, eles precisam criar essas coisas no early game, eles precisam pressionar. Porque caso contrário, eles estariam completamente ferrados aqui.
Creating in this top half of the map, Humanoid and Elioya looking so good right now as Cryan is trying to keep Humanoid out, but all he can do is counter push the waves. We already have the Riftchild finished, and you know, for a man whose Rumble's KDA wasn't looking all that hot, can kind of rewrite all that here in this game. This Rumble's looking mighty fine.
It's great to see, and you know, now RNG gonna go to their plan of trying to play around their bot lane, waiting in the wings. You do have cleanse up for Cars, you do have both flashes available as well, so I don't know how much RNG can get here.
No flash either for Ming. This feels really tricky. We're gonna have to find the bind and gets the Chilling Smite down. And Kaiser, nice little angle there, walks away from that, even had the W on just in case. So no follow-up there. Wei just kind of walks down and Kaiser walks out.
And now Elioya might be able to come find something in response. The equalizer is back up.
Of course it is. Kaiser, what a great flash by Gala there, but Kaiser still looking for it here. Solo Flare's going to be dodged. Ming has to keep on going. The Black Shield's there. Good ulti out of Gala. Does a lot of damage to Kaiser, but Elioya's just in there. So much damage. Ulti out of Kazi Man Lions. They're doing it there.
Só que se o Gala tá vivo, cara, o Gala, seu arrombado!
Pushing him perhaps a touch too far. Finally, his way is going to grab that kill, but now Gala, can he find another? The Q's not going to hit Kaiser. Kazi is out of there, so it's just 1 for 1.
So close still. I think it's
novamente é aquilo que eu falei, cara, você não pode dar mole para o Gala, velho. Você não pode dar mole para o Gala.
I'm honestly a bit surprised that Cryan is winning this so hard.
How did you run out of health so badly? The calling is that Cryan gonna get the dump down with the Chaos Storm. It is gonna be a trade. But my goodness, Humanoid, what have you been doing in that 1v1?
Yeah, really struggling heavily against Cryan. And again, it's just been isolated, right? We haven't seen him on the map since the dive in bot side. And I like that Cryan went for it. He did go down, but showing up with the confidence play. Now we get back onto the map. You see actually both supports are on the top half of the map. The big difference though is Wei is bot side, Elioya is up here. If Xiao had overextended, could have been a potential play for the side of Mad Lions.
All right, well, let's watch this bottom side play first. Because again, Elioya with the ulti at the ready. Oh goodness, there's a 1v1 happening in mid lane.
Yeah, we have a lot going on, but yeah, coming into this play, right, we have the...
E eu acredito que foi uma troca mal comprada do...
We have no time at all. Kazi now gonna get assassinated here by Wei's Gala. Finally gonna find himself a kill in this one. So RNG starting to fight back a little here as the Mad Lions also...
Por que tem uma caixa sozinha na rota, sabe? Parece que eles sabem pegar as vantagens, mas não sabem o que fazer com elas.
Oh no, a little too far forward. Forced to bot the ulti as Mad Lions do at least get that, but Kaiser... Every time I see a Leona on my screen, doesn't matter how wild the position looks, I expect him to go flying over the wall, but this time Kaiser does hold on to his cooldowns.
You know, let's just take a second to appreciate how good of support we have this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, I love watching Kaiser. I think Ming has been the best player in this tournament in general. Like, a support-focused meta has brought some very good supports here. As Gala gonna have to outrun Kaiser. Should be fine. There's a meeting wave here as well.
Yeah, he should be able to get away. Equalizer's up though.
Oh, good little juke there, but Equalizer. Oh, it's just so filthy. Elioya just roams. He grabs kill number 4.
Agora sim, a gente pode dizer que essa bot lane vai ser aberta agora. Pelo amor de Deus, essa bot lane vai ser aberta agora, né? Ah não, Mad Lions. Não, Mad Lions. Pelo amor de Deus, Mad Lions.
It does look like they're going to do that after placing down this Rift Arrow.
This is nice. Kazi going to get so much gold here off these plates. Has more than enough wave with that cannon creep there to get this all down. So that's first tower goal over now the Mad Lions with Kazi.
E agora sim o Kazi conseguiu pegar uma vantagem em cima do Gala, mesmo tendo sido eliminado mais cedo. A Mad Lions precisa compreender que eles precisam continuar pisando no acelerador. E para pisar no acelerador, eles não podem deixar uma Kai'Sa sem escape na side lane. A Kai'Sa tem que ficar junto com o suporte. Agora é o momento deles abrirem 1-3-1 de novo no mapa, tá? Eles deixarem o Armut numa lateral e o Humanoid na outra. O Humanoid tem que ficar na lateral próxima ao objetivo que eles querem fazer. O próximo objetivo no mapa é sim o segundo Arauto. Então eu imagino que o Humanoid, enquanto estiver sem TP, tem que ficar do lado onde o Arauto estiver, tá? Eles podem estar tentando mover a bot lane pro top para retomar a pressão e conseguir mais barricadas, pelo menos mais uma barricada, antes das barricadas droparem. Mas eu acho que é um pouco tarde para fazer isso. Eu acho que eles não vão conseguir chegar a tempo. Vamos ver. E a C9, assim, ela... Eu não sei se... não, realmente não vou conseguir pegar essa barricada, não vai dar tempo, acho. Porque a RNG soube captar a resposta, né? É uma coisa esperada da RNG. Eles mudaram o setup, né? Deixaram a bot lane no top e o Lucian no mid, mas estão rodeando o objetivo igual. O Lucian tem que ficar sempre numa rota adjacente ao objetivo. Seja ela mid ou top, ele tem que ficar perto do objetivo, já que ele está sem teleporte. Válido ressaltar também que o teleporte do Crying volta antes do dele. Mas que o teleporte do Lucian é muito mais eficaz do que o teleporte do Victor, apesar de ser bem parecido, né? E esse Arauto está praticamente garantido para ele já. A não ser que eles cometam algum erro no mid, ou no bot, ou tomem um pick-off. Esse Arauto é muito deles. Importante ressaltar que a ult do Victor corta a canalização, por isso que ele cortou a ult do Lucian. Members around here in the mid lane, so Humanoid does have to be a bit respectful. But Oluoya is going to grab that second Rift Herald here. This is what RNG did to down one, I feel like, in the last game, right? Got ahead, took the Rift Heralds, getting things rolling. It was, you know, maybe a different... They're one in different places, but the philosophy is the same here for Mad Lions, and now they're getting further and further ahead here. 3,500 gold with RNG still yet to take a turret.
It's also a bit strange, right? Because I feel like every time we come to internationals, it goes the opposite way, where it's like, okay, we come in with very aggressive early game picks, and teams slowly realize, hey, it's more about scaling, it's more about playing safe, playing like correctly, minimizing mistakes. And we come to MSI, and it feels like it's the complete opposite. Teams that are like, no, we need more early prio, we need more early skirmishing power. That's why we've been seeing more Udyr, we've been seeing more Volibear come out, we're seeing more Zoe as the course of the tournament goes on. And again, it's just very different from what we usually see.
E realmente só falta o Arauto, só falta o mid para jogar o Arauto, então eles não têm muita decisão diferente disso. O Crying ainda tem flash, é meio arriscado. Ok. E agora o Crying sem flash é um alvo fácil, é um campeão imóvel, Victor. Ele vai ter que se posicionar muito defensivamente. A torre vai cair antes. E o Crying tá sem TP. Ok, ele conseguiu chegar, mas ele é bem duvidoso. Realmente bem duvidoso, cara. So RNG know they need to open up the map a little bit more, otherwise there's going to be no space at all for him to make plays with. But the counterplay is potentially here. Humanoid's got the TP, although he's busy topside right now. And RNG, they're trying to siege down this tower. You know, this is where RNG want to be, poking you out from under your tower.
sieging you in a structure, but Humanoid's just chilling in the sideline, and Mad Lions aren't really afraid of RNG's group right now.
And the thing is, they should be fine with RNG taking Dragon as well, right? If Humanoid can get this turret, get some gold, I think Mad Lions are okay with that trade. They can still potentially look to contest, right? Because Humanoid does have TP. Xiaohu gonna make his way around, but without any rage built up, I don't really think he can take this 1v1.
And really not particularly good against Evolution, especially this Lucian. Gale Force at the ready. In fact, once again, Aldelia is over here in the right time. In fact,
no equalizer.
Just going to be a dive over the top. He goes, Xiaohu! Now going to go Mega. No, it's not going to be in time. The calling from Humanoid is good as he takes down RNG's
Ah, RNG tá... Meu Deus, eles estão... Parece que eles combinaram de desclassificar a C9, velho.
You know, just showing up so massively in LEC. Nice to see another good performance out from him. And, you know, he's been gravitating...
Mas overall, assim, sem querer zoar, sem querer inventar coisas, foi uma leitura muito errada do... Muito errada do Xiaohu achar que ele podia ficar ali. E Alma do Oceano, meus amigos. Alma do Oceano é perigosíssima, forte. Ela é forte em qualquer um. Porque quem não quer recuperar a vida, quem não quer recuperar tudo, sabe? Tipo, é quebrada.
Given the pace that Mad Lions are showing so far.
No, definitely not. And, you know, we're starting to get some item advantages coming out for the side of Mad Lions. Mid lane being the big one, to where we're now 2 items out for Humanoid. Krine still only on his Mythic. You would assume he probably has some gold in his pocket, though, for potential components. Xiaohu might get caught out.
Yeah, 1v3. Obviously can't win that. Hops out in Meganar form, so it's pretty safe. Also has the stride breaker if he needs a little bit of additional mobility, but they're going to lose this tower. Not even close to reinforcing in time here, as RNG have to go the long way around to try.
E agora o Rumble tem o equalizador se ele precisar, hein?
Armut does start spinning, so at least they trade cooldowns there, but Ming again, like, don't face check Humanoid. You have to ulti to do that, and gonna lose the tower regardless. Mad not stepping too far forward, just taking the objective they knew they could get, and then backing off. Now 6,000 gold ahead.
I'm kind of surprised he went for that. Oh god, Krine is caught out. He doesn't have TP either. Can he get out in time, Pastry?
No!
Just barely missed that W.
Oh, that was so close.
Isso foi tão triste pra eles. Sério, meus amigos, isso foi muito triste pra eles. Mano!
So now they're going to have to back away. Kaiser finds a slow on the solo player. Xiao, who's here, but now he's going to dive back in.
No,
it's not Mad Lions. Looking to capitalize now. Xiao is going to be left out to dry as Armut gets that kill. And now way too low to be pressing forward here. Ming also a target. There's a double kill out of the Wukong. And Gala is throwing poke. He's doing good damage, but there's just nothing left in this fight.
Enquanto isso, o Humanoid tá fazendo... tá fazendo Xiaohu, tá ligado? Tá dando backdoor, tá pressionando a side lane.
Where I can empathize, right? They feel like they find the pick onto Elyoya, but when Xiaohu jumps in and looks for that ultimate, very clearly only going to be onto Kaiser, that one was a bit of a head scratcher. Mad Lion just able to punish the decisions.
E mano, o Elyoya tá muito na frente. Você acha que você vai pegar um pique num cara que tá com cronômetro ainda? E você não tem noção de onde tá o time dele, sabe? É tudo muito difícil. Getting out of there, but where do you really go? The Chaos Storm's actually pretty good. Xiaohu looking for it, but you need to find a kill here. It's not enough to get. Ao meu ver, o Karzi se precipitou muito nessa entrada. Muito. He's gonna have to black shield himself to safety, but Cryan still trying to fight it out. Way pops the ulti there. They get the stun. They get the kill. RNG. Finally get themselves something. Xiaohu hopped on his teammate's head. Strikebreaker's in. Foi tudo muito precipitado da Mad.
You know,
snipou com W.
Maybe with a W,
nice but W, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but Kryan being very over-ambitious with his teleports this game. We've seen it a few times now. Pretty much TPing right.
E tem que lembrar o seguinte, tá? A Royal, o Kryan, não, o Gala tá estável no jogo ainda. Ele tá farm à frente, ele tá equiparando a quantidade de itens. Ele tá muito bem no jogo ainda. Enquanto o Gala estiver de boa, aqui faltou dano muito seriamente.
they are able to try to force Mad Lion's way, but Armut on the opposite end looking to come in. He wants to take him out, but very
É uma
clutch
ótima leitura do Wei.
The gravity field comes out, they're able to dish out a lot of this damage. Armut goes down, and then we see Xiaohu trying to find the
Agora vai ser o sniper, ó.
When does the W come, Pastry?
It's like 10 years away. Oh, are you kidding me?
There it is.
Nice one, cousin.
Yep. Is he?
Don't know if he expected that one.
He did it.
Sad crying. Está crying.
All right, well, gonna shake it off because RNG, you're still very far behind here. 7K about there as Mad Lions still looking good. But the fight's gonna continue.
Nossa! Tá. O Gala ainda tá seguro na backline. E a Mad Lions inteira tá semi-morta.
They can't like fight the initial onslaught long enough to like counterpunch, right? Mad Lions are just getting in so fast and so quickly, kind of using that gold advantage to just smash RNG before the fight really begins for them.
Tipo, eles estão praticamente a uma flecha de morrer, sabe?
Actually, I was wrong. Cryin apparently didn't TP in that last play because he's TPing in now.
Alright, almost the target here. RNG looking to find him. 3v1. Oh, that ulti was so clutch. Just barely clipped Xiaohu as he tried to hop in looking for the ulti. Still has a bit of rage left, but they're going to get kited out themselves here. Rumble Harpoon, a pretty good disengage tool as it turns out. Now Moody's out of there.
Yeah, Mad Lions escape, but again, going back to my last point, I actually don't think it's too bad for RNG to not be able to finish off kills in fights.
Sabe o que é um jogo que estão 6k de ouro na frente, mas parece que não tá? Porque, mas muito disso é por causa desse Varus, cara. Esse Varus tá muito bem no jogo ainda. Enquanto a Mad Lions não se tocar que eles têm que matar o Gala, eles não estão numa condição suave.
And they can find that engage, they can turn around with the Wukong ultimate, they can drop the equalizer down as well. They will very clearly take a fight.
Right, and we've seen what Matt can do, right? That team fight looks very easy at this point, you know? For RNG, we're looking at Ming, we're looking at Xiaohu, and even Wei's been playing really well on this Morgana, as Xiaohu's gonna try.
Se eles jogam W no mato, o Xiaohu tava morto.
I was like, where is the other player? And there was no other player. I was like, okay, he's not doing that, never mind. Xiaohu also waiting for his TP to cool back down or off, I suppose. But again, like Gala can do well on this Varus, does a decent amount of damage out for auto attacking. Obviously the poke is really strong, but the big threat is Crying, right, on this Victor. And that is not something that has really been asked of Crying so far this tournament, to have a big performance on a scaling mage and really go off. But he has to do that this game, because if RNG are going to push this game late, even though his team can support him well, Crying has to be the one to do a lot of the damage.
E eu acredito inclusive que o Carzzy devia ter vindo pra Gale Force nesse jogo ao invés de pegar matar Kraken.
Force a member of RNG to walk into them and find a pick. They have control of sides, they have control of mid.
Tipo, ele tem como matar o Xiaohu e tal, mas é meio desnecessário.
Pushing out Armut, waiting for them to overextend to find that massive flank with his ultimate.
Right, you know, it's decisive for Mad Lions, but not lazy, right? It's calculated, but still aggressive. I really love how they've been playing this game, and this is the perfect start for the Baron. Armut's ready with a massive flank. Mad Lions know there's no vision here. RNG have to walk into fog to try and contest here. And okay, as I said, let's actually control it on the Baron. But Mad Lions don't overcommit. They may finally lose their mid outer tower, but given that it's been up for almost 26 minutes, that's a pretty good thing for Mad Lions here, as they'll give this one away.
Yeah, and right, they were trying to force RNG and they were trying to find that fight, but RNG actually went in very cautiously, and I think the important thing as well is that they kept formation. You didn't see them like walking in lazily. Everyone was right next to each other. Their comp wants to be grouped to throw out those long-range skill shots. Xiaohu was in front. Ming was leading the charge as well. Mad Lions realized, hey, we need to back off. Now it's going to be back to, hey, we go out, we push out our waves, we get some vision control down bot side because Dragon will come up within the next 2 minutes, and we try to find picks on this half of the map.
I think it is nice to see from both teams, actually. You know, a lot of patience, a lot of poise. RNG know how bad the spot is, right? They're not overcommitting, they're just trying to poke around and get.
Cara, a RNG só quer ganhar tempo e espaço pro Varus, fechar mais e mais item. Ele vai fechar Serilda agora? Não. Mas quase. Com Serilda, o Varus fica uma outra criatura. Quando todos os ataques dele e skills vão dar slow, já se torna bem mais perigoso. Além de 30% de penetração de armadura.
take the tier 2 and mid as a response. It is 6 towers to 3, not to mention the gold lead that is still looking very healthy for Mad Lions.
And the thing is, right, they have some vision down on bot side.
O problema é que a luta pra Mad Lions tá cada vez mais e mais difícil, sabe? Porque tá apertando o cerco, eles estão chegando na parte que eles vão ter que enfrentar. E que quando você chega nessas torres, você é obrigado a fazer um 5 contra 5. Isso daqui é uma janela perfeita. Se eles pegam o Wei aqui...
Wei kills that plant. That looked a little aggressive, but does have enough safety. Teammates pretty close behind as well. As you mentioned, it does seem like RNG trying to take over this top half of the map.
Se eles conseguissem pegar o Wei ali no meio do caminho, colocando ou tirando o ward, era maravilhoso.
We see Elyoya actually doing a really good job of managing his heat as well. Equalizer come out any time and he'll have his full available.
Okay, does get spotted. RNG again being very clinical about how they sweep out their jungle, right? They know when they don't have vision. They are being very respectful to the threats that Mad Lions are showing, which is good for them and maybe frustrating for Mad Lions in a certain way. But Mad Lions don't need to do too much. It's still up 5k, still stacking towards the souls. They're going to take this dragon. RNG not going to have time.
Estão fazendo dragão de graça.
They are going to look for it, right? They have to. But they know they're not going to get this dragon, and Mad Lions already just leave Humanoid there, let Almut have that camp, and, you know, let RNG take their time clearing this vision out, because they know they can't just start it. Mad Lions will get in there very quickly, and should easily win a team fight with this.
E a Royal, como é um Varus de poke, eles não têm, como é que eu posso dizer? Eles não têm dano para clinar esse Barão rápido o suficiente. Vai, filho.
Alright, he's going to take out this inhib, so they're going to have to go for it. Amutto, this is so scary for the RNG side, but the Mad Lions looking to line it up. What an equalizer there as Ming goes down, and Amut, he's found the
matou o Gala. Agora, eu posso dizer com certeza que a Mad Lions ganhou esse jogo. E a C9 tá deprimida já.
And Mad are gonna get the Baron as well. What a turnaround.
And it makes me wonder, can they just end right now? Armut TPing to the bot lane. There's only 10 seconds on Ming. I don't think so, but really nice play coming out from Mad, right? They use their macro, they put RNG in the position where they need to choose Baron or lose a bunch of our base for nothing. They find the fight, beautiful equalizer. They're at least gonna get some inhibs as well, and Mad Lions step up when they most need to.
E vou ser bem sincero, pra RNG é horrível esse resultado.
Now being taken by Mad Lions.
I was gonna say pastry equalizer up once again. I don't know why we point it out anymore because we know it's up all the time, but yeah, really nice play coming out from Mad.
E é isso daqui, olha o posicionamento, olha o flanco que o Armut pega.
So far down. Mid equalizer comes out, takes out Ming immediately, and then Armut on the back end with that ultimate locking multiple members up. Humanoid able to jump in and force Xiaohu out, takes him down. Armut following up on Cryin, the GG emote, and that is Baron.
And the Mad Lions, again, this win locks him in the semifinals. Very happy in their corner. As they may be wondering, hey, could we win that game? I like ending the game. But again, gonna slow it down a little bit. Don't need to push too far forward. We do also see...
E você vê como o dano é bem distribuído, sabe? E o Gala e o Ming nem conseguiram participar, velho. Foi muito forte, aquele flanco acabou tudo.
And for Mad Lions, they were the ones with destiny in their own hands. They're looking to push through here, take out RNG, which is a feat in and of itself. More importantly for them, push them into the semi-final series. Ming, one last desperate attempt to try and make it happen, but it's Mad Lions that have too much. Humanoid's gonna get one. Cryin actually does get a kill there, but Xiaohu now gonna TP in, still has the ulti ready to go, but they are just so far behind in gold. Xiaohu, one last attempt, throws in the Wukong, but that's not gonna be it. Mad Lions looking for that nexus, they find way. In goes Humanoid onto Gala, but Gala's still alive for the time being, but he's not near his nexus. Mad Lions, they have done it. They will take down RNG.
E meus amigos, que jogo por parte da Mad Lions. Faltou DPS na parte da RNG, mas o principal foi pressão de early game e rotações. Pressão de early game e rotações. Pressão de early game e rotações. e a RNG não ter pego invade, não ter invadido, não ter queimado aquilo. Aquela jogada nível 1 do Crying acabou com a rota do meio. Acabou com a rota do meio completamente. Ele não tinha mais segurança de jogar ali. E, sendo bem sincero, com esse resultado, a Mad Lions garante, a gente já tem o nosso top 4, tá? O nosso top 4 é Royal, Damwon, Mad Lions e PSG. E agora só depende do resultado de Damwon Kia contra Pentanet para definir quem será o primeiro do grupo. E basicamente a Damwon está numa situação muito confortável. Eles estão enfrentando o time do fundo da tabela, valendo a escolha entre terceiro e quarto lugar, a escolha de adversário. E a Mad Lions jogou muito bem esse jogo, veio focada com esse early game ultra agressivo. O Kaiser, pra mim, jogou absurdos, pra mim foi realmente o jogador da partida. O Yoya também jogou absurdos. O Armut foi pressionado na top lane o tempo inteiro, mas você sabe que o matchup do Kong vira a partir do momento que ele começa a fazer item. Realmente, assim, a RNG parece que montou uma composição que não sinergizava, que não trabalhava entre si muito bem. Era legal a ideia do cerco, mas se você queria fazer cerco, por que você pega um Victor e não uma Zoe, por exemplo? Se você quer fazer cerco, por que você pega um Nari e não um Jace, por exemplo? Sendo que eles baniram o Jace, né? Porque eles pegaram o Nar. Então, assim, você tinha opções melhores para fazer esse jogo e você não pegou essas opções. Então, foi um jogão. A Mad Lions mereceu muito essa vitória. Puniram a Royal em todos os erros, em todos os overs. E não deixaram o Gala jogar, né? Não deixaram o Gala jogar. Eles mantiveram. O Gala se manteve estável na partida, mas ele não conseguia aplicar, ele não conseguiu pegar kills, ele não conseguiu cavar vantagens. Enquanto a Mad Lions estava constantemente criando essas jogadas e cada vez mais garantindo seu lugar no jogo. Então, aos 31 minutos e 15 segundos, tivemos GG da Mad Lions e top 4 que é fechado. Não teremos partidinha de desempate nesse dia, ou será que teremos? A gente pode ter partida de desempate sim, entre PSG e Mad Lions para decidir quem fica em terceiro ou quarto. Mas não vale nada, então eu acho que eles nem vão ter essa partida de desempate, tá? Só para avisar. Então, basicamente é isso, guys. Aguardo vocês no próximo jogo entre, se não me engano, PSG Talon e Cloud9. E como sempre, GG e até logo.